It's 5:30, we're live with all of this. We meet one of the world's first bionic dogs and the vet who made it all possible.
To prove how much we love hearing from you, we surprised a boy who sent us something in the post.
Helen.
And you get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to CBBC's brand new programme. Helen even got to control one of the puppets. That's all coming up on today's live Blue Peter. What an amazing thing to do.
Hello.
Hi.
It's 5:30, we're live. Welcome to Blue Peter.
It's definitely live. Watch this. We wouldn't do that in a pre-recorded show. How are you? Welcome. It's always good to see you. Now, today we want you to get involved, as always. We love it when you get in touch.
And we want you to stick around, because at the end of the show, I will be revealing a secret challenge that I have set for Barney. He's got no idea.
What?
Don't worry, I'll tell you later on.
OK.
Come on, get on with the show.
That's exciting. Should we get ready for the lights and the action? I like it when this happens. We bring it all together.
Today, we want you to get in touch because we've got a theme running throughout the show. We're talking about hypervenorama.
Let's explain. Does that happen every time we say hypervenorama? Yay! Yes. I'm going to get one fitted at home. Hypervenorama, is how they bring puppets to life in a brand new show that starts on Monday on CBBC. Have a look at this.
Actually, I meant to ask, who told you I wasn't a king anyway?
Close the lid. Men.
So, as I said, that starts Wednesday the 8th. Make sure you're watching. Now, the hypervenorama is the animation of the mouth. It's very cool.
It's a new technique. It's a new word. So new, it's not even in the dictionary yet. But we want to know from you today, what is your favourite word in the dictionary? I like boondoggle, which means to spend wastefully.
Nice. I like toggle and bump. You'd use that if you've got lots of bump flying around. Or maybe flummery. Flummery means meaningless chat, so I guess that makes us flummerists, doesn't it, really?
Let us know what your favourite word is. bluepeter@bbc.co.uk is the email address to send it to. We want to know what your favourite word in the dictionary is. Anything goes.
Hypervenorama is my favourite word. Yes, they are so quick in there today.
You can't have that today.
Oh, good point. Right, then let's talk about last week's show. We showed you how to make some T-shirts, and so we were very excited to find our postbag full of ideas from you. We've got pictures that have been sent in to us. We can show you this one here that was sent in by Luke.
He's 9. He sent us in a photograph of the T-shirt that he made. It took him over 2 hours. We hope it was worth it, Luke.
It does take a while to dry. As Lily found out, this is her T-shirt with no arms on. She was feeling in a vesty mood, but it looks very cool. So we love it.
And Sarpreet got in touch. She sent us this photograph of the T-shirt she made, but what you will see there is she has actually got 3 T-shirts. She sent 2 of them to us. And have a look at the back.
See, there's no excuse not to have competitions from now on. We've actually got our own team shirts. Thank you very much, Sarpreet. I love it.
Thank you, Sarpreet. Right, we will wear those a little bit later on in the show.
You can still make the T-shirts, by the way. All the details you need are over on the Blue Peter website. Make sure you go and check that out. Now, we're going back to school. No ordinary school, though, and the pupils that are there don't really look like us either, do they?
That is because the pupils are all puppets. This is Becky Butters. She is one of the stars of the brand new CBBC show Strange Hill High. Now have a look at that. She's even wearing her very own Blue Peter badge. Now the show starts on Wednesday the 8th of May. I'm going to make a wave, Barney.
It's not just the badge that's exciting, it's the hypervenorama you're about to see in this interview. You're going to love it. So are you, Becky.
CBBC's latest puppet series is being made in this studio just outside Manchester. I've been given backstage access, so I've come to see if I can get involved.
Whilst the studio has all the trappings of a major movie set, everything here is in miniature. First up, I'm going to meet the show's full-size director, Jeff.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm
nice
Helen.
to meet you, Helen.
Strange Hill High is no ordinary school, is it? How is it different?
No, it's definitely not. It kind of looks like an ordinary school, but it's populated by characters that are vinyl toys, and there's various strange worlds within the school.
Forgive me for doubting this, sir. Only a true king could draw Excalibur from the caked-on impossible to get rid of muck.
Actually, I meant to ask, who told you I wasn't a king anyway?
But it's not just the puppets. I mean, I was looking at this set and the detail in this set. This must have taken days to build.
I think more like weeks. And things like the rubbish bags, they've been... Any time somebody's not doing something on set, they've been packing the rubbish bags. So that's been going on for weeks.
Can I get involved? What can I do?
I think we can get you involved. Yeah, I think we can get you puppeteering, bit of training, and then...
I'm not very patient, though. I imagine you have to be really patient as a puppeteer.
Yeah, you do. There's a lot of fiddling and a lot of getting things right, but, you know, if you persevere and you take your time, I'm sure you can get there.
Each episode of Strange Hill starts off as a series of storyboard drawings. From that outline, actors record the characters' voices, and then it's down to the puppeteers to bring the whole thing to life. Lisa is one of the main puppeteers on the show, and she's going to show me the ropes, or the sticks. Let's get cracking.
Lisa, who is this?
This is Little Miss Becky Butters. She is one of the 3 main characters in Strange Hill High.
Men.
She can be a little bit bossy, so you have to give her... We've a lot of things where she waggles her finger and things like that.
Nothing wrong with that?
No. And she loves a bit of drama in her life.
But I can see she's got a little Blue Peter badge here.
She's a little bit of a Blue Peter lover, so...
That's not just because we're here, that's in the series,
No,
isn't it?
she's in the series, yeah. It's on her all the time. She wears it every single day.
You see, I see a lot of similarities in Becky and myself.
I think that's fair.
Bossy.
This is the future. She might be legal by now.
Mitchell Tanner, I cannot believe you. I am never speaking to you again.
What are the key things that you need to be a good puppeteer?
One of the very important things, hand-eye coordination. We work on little tiny monitors. We actually see what the camera sees. So if she was to move her left hand, it means that we move our right.
That is confusing.
I know, right?
What else?
We give plenty of emotion to the character, so we don't just waggle an arm. We try and give her some fear or some joy or some excitement, something like that, that'll make this little person become real.
Right, with that in mind, it's time for me to have a go.
Oh, no. Lucy, oh, no! And you have to get everything cleaned up. I think you've definitely got the emotion of it. Well done. We'll just work on trying to keep everything that little bit smaller.
Right, Becky, it is time for your close-up. That way, methinks.
Let's go.
I'm in character. I was doing the walk.
Of all the places to make a puppeteering debut, my scene involves Becky and co having to clean the boys' loo. The Strange Hill team are currently putting the finishing touches to the set by throwing on some lovely brown gloop.
I'll hand you Becky. OK.
And there's a little step there if you like.
So this is the screen that you use to work out what Becky's doing?
Yep, one of a few. We normally try to have at least one for every 2 puppeteers. So
Now I get the hand-eye coordination thing. You're looking at that, but you're moving your hands up here. I'm warmed up. I think Becky's ready for action.
excellent.
Should we get the other puppeteers
I think
in?
we should.
All of a sudden, it's getting quite cosy in here.
This is a bit more stressful when there are 3 people down here. Because if I get my bit wrong, all of their bit is wasted.
No pressure then, here goes.
And action.
With so many people down here, it's difficult to see the screens.
This is stinking.
But thankfully, Lisa is helping me out by talking through the characters' emotions.
What's going on? So nervous, so nervous, so nervous. Mitchell!
So intense.
And before I know it, it's all over.
And cut.
Lovely. Yeah.
That's great. Yep.
But will my puppeteering make the cut?
How do you think it went?
We think it went well. Should we have a look,
Very
though?
well, yeah.
Should we check it?
Lisa's happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yay, look!
Great.
Do I manage to get enough emotion into Becky's movements?
Yeah, she's
That's
looking
all.
scared. That's great.
Nervous.
And look at that. Yep.
Will that scene make it into the series?
Yeah, I think so. It's a crucial moment in the episode, so, yeah.
And I didn't muck it up.
No, not at all.
It was lovely.
It was a millisecond of TV, but I'll be telling everybody that I was a puppeteer on that for a little bit. Thank you so much for your time and patience and expertise.
You're welcome.
Good luck with the rest of it.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Thanks
See you,
a lot.
team. Bye.
We've won the task. We're safe for 1 more week.
What an absolute privilege. That was brilliant. I am positive this series is going to be a hit, and I feel so lucky to have been able to be part of it. And I tell you what, I didn't realise how patient and how strong you need to be a puppeteer. Good work, good series, enjoy.
He's coming in.
And here it is, my bit in the finished episode.
My goodness. I've never seen such a clean lavatory. Well, I suppose it will have to do.
Thank you so much to all the puppeteers who humoured me, helped me and let me have a go. You're going to absolutely love that series. If you want to know more about what they do and you want to have a sneaky peek behind the scenes, then tune in to CBBC this coming Monday because there are loads of exclusive bits and bobs going on, all in preparation for the big launch on Wednesday the 8th of May. One of the things that is exciting about this show is that they use a brand new technique called...
Hypervinorama. Oh.
I kept that link going because I could see him at the side.
I was waiting for my big entrance.
Now, that technique involves playing with a bit of your mouth. Now, this inspired us to have a bit of fun in the office and it resulted in some quite funny things.
What's this?
What's funny about this? Right, you can have a go yourself. If you get a smartphone, you could do the video thing, or you could just take some photographs, which is what we did earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tap screen, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wicked, isn't it? Top of my head, bottom of Helen's face. So it's quite weird.
And I've got your eyes covering my eyes, so we've got a bit of a Barney Helen mashup going on
That's
there.
actually Hayley from Newsround. That's not a million miles away, that, is it? It's brilliant.
Right, if you haven't got a smartphone, then don't worry about it, because you can just cut a picture out of a magazine and do this.
That's Jessie J, by the way, the bottom half. Or if you don't have the photos or the pictures in the magazines, you could just make your own. Why not draw your own? Hiya, how you doing? Isn't that good, that? I love it.
As always, if you do have a go at this, take a photograph, send it to us, let us know how you get on, and we'll try and show it on next week's show, bluepeter@bbc.co.uk.
If this has inspired you to mash up faces, get online, bbc.co.uk/bluepeter. You can find Mash Up Mayhem. This is where you can do all sorts of things with Barney the dog's face, or you could do it with mine and Helen's faces. Now, Barney is royalty here at Blue Peter, we all know this, so we're going to stick a crown on there. And also, he likes to wear jewels. No, he doesn't, but why not? There you have it, that's his necklace. If I see you put a necklace on Barney, we're going to have some serious words.
He does sometimes go into my jewellery box and put his head through necklaces like this. He especially likes to put his head in bags. He likes to wear a little handbag
he's
with
a
our
showbiz
Barney
pooch.
dog. Anyway, we absolutely love it when you get in touch.
Yes, we do. Let's talk about this. This is a bee hotel that we made quite a while ago on the show physically, but Ellie here has drawn one, and it's actually in her classroom there. You can see 5 bees enjoying the hotel, one in a single, and there's 2 doubles there.
We're always so overwhelmed by the things that you send in. We get so much stuff. Natalie sent in this fantastically colourful poster. Natalie's 10 and she lives in Warrington, and there's everything on there. Stars, comic relief, red noses, Blue Peter badges, you name it, it's on there.
It's important that you talk about the use of colour when referring to art. This one is brilliant. Keep calm and love nature. A fantastic sentiment. We would love to give the person who did this a Blue Peter badge, but you didn't put your name on it. We don't know who you are. If you want to get a Blue Peter badge and you send us some stuff, make sure you put your name on so we know who you are.
But if you didn't do that, don't try and claim it. That was me.
Oh, yeah,
I did that.
We've got your number.
Isaac created this Blue Peter ship for us. Thank you very much for that, Isaac. And Isaac will be getting himself a Blue Peter badge.
As will everybody else who put their names on their pictures. Congratulations. And if you head over to the Blue Peter website, you can find more details on how you can get in touch and send us some stuff. Our postal address is there, and also our email address.
One guy who did send us something in the post is a 14-year-old called Gareth. He sent us a recipe book, and we were so excited by it, weren't we? We were fighting over it. Have a look at this. All kinds of things in here. We've been fighting over this because we've both been flicking through it and looking at some of the fantastic recipes.
I want the ice cream cupcakes. It sounds absolutely delicious.
Creamy hot chocolate, smoothies.
Everything's got sugar in it. It's a great idea. Yeah, there's no way I have enough sugar.
We couldn't decide what to make, so I went along to Gareth's school to surprise him. Our chef and author, Gareth, is in history class behind this wall. The principal is about to come and get him so that we can sneak in and set up our hidden cameras. I think the coast's clear. Come on. Got there? There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Gareth's back in class, and that's my cue. Hello. Hello. We thought that we'd come and say hello. You must be Gareth. Yeah. Nice to meet you. So am I right in thinking this was written by you?
Yeah.
It's absolutely phenomenal. We were so impressed with it, so we wanted to come along in the hope that you'd cook something with us.
Yes.
But we heard that you have a bit of an inspiration. Do you like the hairy bikers?
Yeah.
It turns out you're a bit of an inspiration to them as well.
So what should we have for our tea?
California rolls. He's got California rolls.
No, it's too cold for that. That's what we want, though.
What do you want?
The summer lamb with carrot and fennel salad.
Mate, this is brilliant.
Do you know, this puts us all to shame. That book is absolutely wonderful, Gareth. The recipes are so well written. And honestly, we're going mad trying to decide what we want to cook from it. Gareth, very, very well done to you, mate. We're very proud to have a look at your book and we're proud of you.
Yep, excellent work, man. Excellent work.
It took a bit of work, but I managed to get it back off them. We were wondering if you would cook some stuff with us today. Is that all right?
And so it's straight from the classroom into the kitchen.
Welcome to Gareth's cookery class. You are going to lead me through 2 of your top recipes.
Yes, I am.
We've got the book there.
Yep.
We're going to do toad in the hole and chocolate brownies.
Yep.
We've washed our hands, turned the oven on. Now what do we do?
We need to weigh this flour out. 125. So we need to crack the eggs.
Cracking eggs. Oh, right. Just pour it in now?
Pour it in.
Okay.
When you're cooking, you have to make mess.
Do you know what? I often say that to Barney Howard.
I've actually seen that he loves to keep things clean.
Yeah, and it's unnecessary, isn't it?
Yes. Maybe we need a whisk it.
Who taught you all of this?
My grandma, she just used to teach me all sorts.
How many sausages?
As many as we can fit in.
So that goes in the oven. How long is that going in the oven for?
That's going in for 10 minutes before we can pour the batter in.
Okay. This is why I'm not a good cook, because I like them to be ready now.
We'll have to wait. Not too much.
Make a wish.
Do they look slightly brown?
Yeah!
That's the colour we want then.
Yes? Are you happy with that, Chef?
Yes.
With the batter poured over, the toad is in the hole, and whilst it cooks in the oven, it's time for us to get cracking on something a little sweeter.
How does Barney work with you?
Categorically not eating chocolate.
2 whole eggs and then 1 egg yolk. And that's 5 to 8 minutes. Are you determined to start stuff at me today?
There we go. That looks good.
So, we've got some milk poured. Helen.
How long does this need to cook for?
About 20 minutes.
Brownies in, toad in the hole out.
Nothing bad.
That's amazing.
But there's always room for my favourite part, dessert.
I'd like to say, Barney, that we'll save you some, but I can't promise that's going to happen. Gareth, thank you for having me in your kitchen. Thank you so much for sending us your recipe book. You genuinely are an inspiration. Thank you very much, Gareth, for all your hard work. And if you head over to the website after the show, you'll be able to see a few exclusive clips. The crew, you know what they're like.
I do know what they're like.
They were stuck into that toad in the hole faster than you could say toad in the hole.
That's quick as well.
Right.
Let's talk about herbs.
Because any good chef knows that herbs and spices really can bring a dish to life. And it's not just about sprinkling and garnishing, is it?
No, we've brought you to the Blue Peter Garden especially to show you how to grow your own herbs. Because you can grow them like this and then use them in food like this. Cheese and chive. Muffins.
Ooh.
How exciting is that? Cheese on its own, not so much. With the chives, adds a little bit.
This is absolutely delicious.
Strawberry and chocolate mint smoothies. So, over the next 6 weeks, we're going to be showing you how to...
Grow it, cook it, eat it.
You
I
are
was the
brilliant
glamorous
at this.
assistant. Well, the glamorous assistant is going to take these out of the way while we invite Catherine Kennedy in. Catherine is our Herbie expert, and you're going to show us how to get to this, but this happens in a few weeks, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
I'll move
Tell
these.
us what you do. What is a Herbie expert?
Well, I teach people how to grow fruit and veg and herbs at home. We're going to be growing chives with you today, which looks like...
Oh, steady on, Bam, you're right.
Here. But there are lots of other things that you can grow, like the mint in your smoothies. This is chocolate mint.
Can I have a smell?
Hint of chocolate.
I love that it's chocolate
Brilliant.
because you don't expect chocolate to be a herb, but it's more the smell of it rather than the actual stuff,
yes.
isn't it?
So you've got the minty flavour with the hint of chocolate in it.
It smells incredible. You can tell why people want to use this in their food because it just adds so much flavour, doesn't
But
it?
you think of herbs and you think things like tarragon or basil, which you've probably seen a lot on pizzas and things, but these, it's a bit more exciting, isn't it? Like the chocolate.
And you can grow most of these on your windowsill at home.
Well, Catherine, lead the way. Take
Brilliant.
to the make table and show us how we're going to grow those
So,
chives.
first of all, we need a container.
Okay. So, I mean, we've got all kinds of things here. We've even got a welly, which you can grow things in there, can't you?
You can, yes.
That's brilliant.
As long as you put holes in the bottom.
Holes in the bottom.
That's to let the water drain through.
It is.
And not drown the seeds.
So we have these.
Cardboard boxes or
Brilliant.
old cartons. You've got bottles, yoghurt pots. All make good holders for
They
seeds.
do. Just remember, those holes in the bottom are important.
So our seeds are going to be made in an old orange carton, which we just
Yes.
cut in half, holes in the bottom.
Yes.
First things first.
We need the compost.
Okay.
That's lovely.
So,
fill up right to the top.
okay.
No pressing down.
Seeds are quite easy to get hold of.
They are indeed. And it's quite cheap, so it's usually cheaper than having to buy the actual plant as well.
I've
Okay.
actually seen seeds in supermarkets now.
You do, yes.
Is it too late to plant seeds, though?
No.
Okay.
Because we've had the late spring, it's great to actually get them in now.
Okay.
So tap the pot, make sure that sinks.
Yep.
We need these tiny little seeds, so hand out.
Thank you.
Now we only need a few seeds because these get
tiny.
quite big. So we need a little sprinkle on top, just a tiny, tiny covering.
Okay.
Otherwise they'll struggle to get out. Water.
Okay. A little bit of water.
Brilliant. Do you want to do mine as
Oh,
well?
I love
Yeah.
how messy you've made that.
Yes.
Oh, it's a big can.
We do have a messy person, but that's okay. And then some clear plastic. Now this is quite important to keep the heat and the moisture in, and then they need to go on a sunny windowsill at home, somewhere warm.
And over the next 6 weeks, they will grow because Helen and I are having a competition to see who can grow theirs the fastest.
I love your fighting pose there. Remember,
Definitely.
if you don't want to get into a fight with the person who owns the kitchen table, put a tray underneath there so it doesn't get too messy.
Sorry,
All
Mum.
the details are on the Blue Peter website. Catherine, thank you so much
That's
for coming in.
And good luck to you guys on the competition.
Thank you very much.
Bring it on.
Now, have you seen Iron Man 3 yet? It's amazing. If you haven't, watch this. This is lovely.
Listen to me. See that guy? I'm gonna swing by. Are you just gonna grab him? You got it? I'll electrify your arm. You won't be able to open your hand. We can do this, Heather.
Iron Man's awesome, a bit like Catherine's herbs. Thank you, Catherine, for coming in early to the Blue Peter Garden and talking to us about it, and we'll keep you posted on how the herbs grow. Back to Iron Man, though. Bionic suit gives him awesome, amazing superpowers. It's not really readily available on the market, but some human beings, as we've seen, like Patrick a few weeks ago, have actually got a bionic arm.
Yeah, and it's not just humans who are making the most of this futuristic technology. Meet Mr. Stubbs. He is an alligator who lost his tail in a fight. Right? So he's having difficulty swimming. So a team of people in the USA made him a fake tail. He can now swim happily ever after. That is absolutely brilliant.
It's amazing. Look at Gamera. Gamera is a tortoise from Washington. He lost his left leg and so instead has been fitted with a caster wheel so that he can get around. Isn't it brilliant?
Absolutely brilliant. We knew that you'd want to know more about this, so we have invited an expert into the studio. Now, Noel here knows how to help animals who are born without limbs or who lose them in accidents, and this is one of your patients, Bumblebee. Tell us about Bumblebee.
Yeah, this is little Bumblebee. So Bumblebee was born with a very poorly shoulder that was deformed and no foot. So we have effectively put a foot onto Bumblebee. Now the key thing, the difference between Bumblebee and all of the other animals you've looked at is all of those animals have strap-on legs. So they're strapped on and they can get a socket that gets sore underneath that, the same as people. And
so very much like a Paralympian might, have a leg or an arm that attaches on the outside. This is on the inside.
Exactly. So the key difference between Bumblebee and all of the other animals is that there's a peg protruding through her skin. And in fact, you can pinch her skin like this and you can pull it up and it doesn't fall off. The key thing is this. There's a piece of metal actually inside her bone and it sticks to it like super glue. And then the skin sticks to a honeycomb outside this peg here, and then the peg pokes through the skin and the bugs can't get in, can't get infected.
So that's comfortable for them to wear because it's part of their body. It's actually something that's internal rather than...
Like Iron Man, it's actually bionic. Everything else you've seen is not bionic. Bionic is the replacement of parts of your body with functional metal bits or mechanical bits that actually work.
Which you've kind of pioneered. If we take a look behind you, you can see Oscar the cat there. You were the first bioengineer to attach these types of prosthetics to a cat. What's Oscar's story?
So Oscar had both feet chopped off by a combine harvester, and we put this peg through the ankles of Oscar and then put blades on. You can put endless numbers of blades on. You can just put them on and change them like a shoe. Because the skin seals tightly around the end, that's been the holy grail forever and ever. And now we truly can. call a dog bionic or a cat bionic.
But this foot, would you need to replace that? Because you might actually wear that out.
Absolutely. Just like you replace your shoes, we can replace the shoe as often as Bumblebee needs and just it slots on just like that.
But this isn't something that humans have yet, is it?
It's difficult. It's a difficult technology, and we're pioneering it for animals, and we hope that this will light the way for humans in the future. So humans can also have this peg inside their leg with a skin seal that never breaks down.
It's incredible. How accessible is this, though? Because surgery is very expensive, isn't it?
Yes, and we hope that the expense of this will come down over time to, say, the cost of a total hip replacement like your dog might have or your nan might have.
Sure.
The reality is that right now, yes, it's expensive, but it's giving all of the animals all of the options all of the time.
And let's remember, lots of cats and dogs can actually handle fine with 3 legs, can't they?
Absolutely. I want to emphasise that there's loads of cats and dogs perfectly happy on 3 legs. The reason that didn't suit Bumblebee is she's got a very deep chest and would find it very difficult on 3 legs, so we gave her the option.
Well, thank you so much, Noel, for coming in to tell us about this. And thank you, Bumblebee, for sitting there so patiently. See, she's better behaved than Mal, Barney, isn't it?
Definitely better behaved than my nan as well. I might get the Iron Man suit, actually, when that comes out. I'm
She's
hoping
amazing.
it will.
She runs through the field.
Oh, what an amazing thing to do.
Thank
you
you,
very much.
Noel.
Thank you very much.
Right, now, loads of you have been getting in touch throughout the show because we asked you to let us know what your favourite word in the dictionary is.
Alex says my favourite word is abbreviation. Oh, because it's a long word, of course. Why is a word that means short words such a long word? Very good point,
Carla
Alex.
says my favourite word is flannel because it sounds funny when you say it. It does, flannel.
Flannel. Megan, who's 10, says my favourite word is disestablishmentarianism. It's a real word, she says, with exclamation marks and everything.
Ellie says my favourite word is flabbergasted.
Brilliant.
Felicity loves discombobulated. Great word, Felicity. And Isabella loves jelly.
Oh, I see why you've read those. You've left the next one for me, haven't you?
Yeah.
Floxenorsi Yes. Floxenorsi. That is the habit of thinking something is worthless. Apparently that was learned in an English lesson about a month ago, and that's from Lauren, who's 14. Thank you very much.
My favourite word in the dictionary is haberdashery. It means materials you use for sewing. So that's from Esme. P.S. she's a big fan. Hi, Esme.
And Daniel from Northern Ireland says jambalaya is the best word in the dictionary because it's so much fun to say.
Thank you so much for getting in touch throughout the show. Now, you might remember, Barney, at the top of the show, I said we've got a surprise for you. The surprise is he genuinely has no idea that we've done this. I've entered you in a trombone competition on the 24th of May, so you've got a few weeks to learn a new instrument. This trombone you've actually got to learn to play. And just before we started the show, Barney went, can you believe this? They're making us stay behind for a meeting after the show. That's your first trombone lesson, mate.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
He's going to be in an actual competition.
Well, while I'm doing that, have a look at what's happening on next week's show. Honestly, what, have I got to play this for real?
Yes, you
have. How am I going to do that?
On next week's Blue Peter, we will be heading to Forest Green Rovers to find out how they're super eco-friendly. And we'll be taking to the skies in a high-flying challenge. It's touch and go. It's a nerve-wracking one.
I can't believe you've done this. And Stussy are going to be in the studio performing their latest single, hopefully with a trombone solo from me.
All that, and we'll be showing you how to make your very own funky sunglasses. So get some sunglasses ready and you can join in the make. Good luck, Barney.
Thanks very much. We'll see you next week. Bye.
I need a sprinkle of flour, a spoonful of sugar and a couple of eggs. Right, just stick this in the microwave. Oh, I'm so excited. The brand new series of Junior Bake Off 2013 is almost upon us. If you think you've got what it takes to cook up a masterpiece, then head to the Be On A Show page on the CBBC website and apply for your chance to be a part of the brand new series. Here we go. A disgusting mess. I won't bother applying then. Oh, well, good luck.